The PPE required for all MVIS site deliveries and collections is steel toe cap boots, high-vis trousers, long sleeve high-vis top or coat, glasses, hard hat, gloves, and a torch if you're working on nights with a rear LED indicator. Once we have arrived at our delivery location, before we start with unhitching, again we'll go to the rear of the trailer and we'll lower a rear leg to 45 degrees. Once we have done that, we can then proceed to remove our lighting and coil that up. Gently lower our jockey wheel so that's ready to take us away. Take away the secondary coupling and remove our pins. Finally, make sure you remove your number plate. If you are doing this on a hill, please ensure there are 2 people with you, as you do not want the VMS to roll away from you. So to stabilise the VMS-A, before we do anything with the front legs, we'll always work with the rear legs. So we'll get both of these put down to a 45-degree angle, and then inside the near side box you'll find a leg winder. Put this onto the 19mm socket and wind it till the legs are on the floor. And you'll see it start to move the trailer. Once both rear legs are down, you can then use the jockey wheel to level up your trailer. As the back legs are taking support at the rear, you can keep going until your trailer is level. And then we'll do the same angle with our front legs and wind them down until they are stable. Once everything is finally set up, we're happy it's facing the right direction and the sign is communicating the messages on, it's then just a case of making sure the trailer is safe on side. So we close the box, fit a padlock, make sure the padlock is still fitted and attached on the other side. And then the final thing is the drop lock through the tow eye to make sure that it cannot be moved by anyone other than our staff. Once the weight is taken on all 4 legs, you can release the tension on the jockey wheel but leave it just touching. Sometimes it adds a bit more stability, especially on uneven ground. Just leave it slightly tensioned and it'll help giving a bit more of a 3 points of security. Put away your leg winder. If you don't have the capability for a leg winder, you can always use a 19mm ratchet with socket, or you can use an impact gun, but be careful not to go too far as you could damage the threads. Once it's stable and the sign is nice and sturdy, we open this box again, and inside is the mast raise and lower switch, and only a power for the blank and message back on switch. We will raise the sign to roughly around about our working height, remove the clamp, and rotate the sign to face whichever way traffic is coming from, and then lock it back into place. There is a large padlock inside each battery box that will do the same as the other ones did with a pin, and it will slot through, enabling you to lock the rotation so it cannot be moved. So for removal and collection from site, the first thing we're going to do is remove the padlock on the screen case, undo the bar, rotate it back to its home location for the V, rotate it back and lower down the case. For speed on site, once it's lowered down, use the jockey wheel, raise it up, it'll take the strain off the front legs and you can just raise them up. You can then lower the jockey wheel all the way down, which will free up your rear legs. But always ensure that one rear leg is at 45 degrees to stop it from tilting before you hitch it back to your trailer. Then follow the hitch up routine, check your lights, make sure your number plate is fitted, and you can tow away the sign. We will then pull the unit up to the vehicle, drop in our tow pin, put in our safety pin, and then on VMS-A's there is a chain link system as a secondary coupling. Ensure that is on. Fit your light in, and then for the jockey wheel, wind it till it's free, pull out the red handle and push it down and it will click into place. The unit is now ready to be towed.